sucking on the big D.
All right, now we are discussing a classic show. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs debuted April 26th, 1991. We're going to play some fact or fiction here. So basically, I have a statement, and then Frank is going to have to guess whether that is a fact or it is fiction. Oh, I need to reset your score, too. You already got 5 points left over. You got to restart there, buddy. All right, first one. Fact or fiction? Dinosaurs was created by the Jim Henson Company, but Jim Henson never got to see it air.
That's a fact.
It is a fact. Jim Henson helped develop the show and pitched the idea in the late 80s, but he passed away in 1990, a year before the series premiered. The show was produced by the Jim Henson Company and Walt Disney Television, with Brian Henson and Michael Jacobs bringing it to life after his passing.
Mm-hmm. Michael Jacobs was in everything in the 90s.
All right, next up. Sorry for my pausing constantly. I'm still getting over this cold, and it's rough.
Sneezing
Not
the
gonna lie.
snot out.
It's rough. Next up, fact or fiction? Every episode of Dinosaurs ends with a moral of the story message, like a kid's show.
I believe that's a fact.
No, I am sorry. That is fiction. While Dinosaurs looked like a kid's show, it was often biting satire aimed at adults. Some episodes ended on dark, unresolved notes, especially ones tackling topics like sexism, environmental destruction, and consumerism. The show used the sitcom format to mask some surprisingly deep commentary, such as the episode where Robbie resorts to taking Thornoids.
He eats the little critter things. That's a good episode.
Next up, fact or fiction? The show's finale ends with the extinction of the dinosaurs, and it's played completely straight.
By straight, you mean like there's no jokes, no nothing?
It's the extinction, and they're not quite sure what's gonna happen, and
that's true. It's one of the darkest finales ever.
It is 100% one of the darkest finales ever. Changing Nature was the name of the episode. It shows the dinosaurs causing an environmental disaster that leads to an ice age, essentially dooming themselves to extinction. And no joke, the episode ends with Baby Sinclair asking, "Are we gonna be okay?" as snow falls outside.
And Earl goes, "I don't know."
It is considered one of the darkest series finales in TV history, and it aired on TGIF.
Yeah.
So this begs the question, can you think of a sitcom that ended on a darker note?
No, because think about it. If they would have just gotten straight canceled and it would have just been a regular episode, they could have brought dinosaurs back like today if they wanted to. But the fact that they ended it like this, there was no way you could bring this back.
I mean, they always find ways. Am I right?
Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of tough.
Fact or fiction, the catchphrase, "Not the mama," was improvised by Kevin Clash, the same puppeteer who voiced Elmo.
We'll go fact. A lot of that time stuff just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, Kevin Clash, who voiced the puppet and puppeteered Baby Sinclair, improvised a lot of lines, including the now famous "Not the Mama." The line became so popular that it was turned into merchandising and even used in commercials. Clash brought the same chaotic toddler energy to Baby Sinclair that he brought to Elmo, just with more violence with Baby Sinclair.
Man, think about it. That one year in 1991, you had Urkel everywhere on everything. You had Bart Simpson everywhere on everything. And you had this baby from the dinosaurs on everything everywhere. You want to talk about just a weird year?
Well, and you wonder why we all grew up to be pieces of shit.
Yeah, and crackhead babies just running around.
Look at our role models. Jesus.
What a time to be alive.
Next up, fact or fiction, Dinosaurs was originally pitched as a dark, post-apocalyptic sitcom where humans were extinct and the dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Fiction? That sounds violent.
Fiction, sort of. While the final show, fiction. While the final show leaned into family sitcom tropes, early concept art and internal discussions at the Jim Henson Company did include darker, weirder ideas. One pitch reportedly included a reverse timeline where dinosaurs had survived and humans were gone, with society on the brink of collapse. More sci-fi satire than family comedy. Eventually, Disney and ABC pushed forward with the TGIF-friendly format, but that dark edge stayed, especially in the series finale. Fact or fiction?
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, because remember they do have cavemen in the series. Like, they're considered like animals, like running around. Because you had the episode where they make the kids the pets and stuff. So I'm guessing they survived the extinction level event.
Possibly. You would imagine so. Well, fact or fiction, kind of going along those lines, the show was originally supposed to be a Flintstones-style family sitcom with human characters.
Before I say that, look at Rick Moranis and the way he's sitting and tell me that doesn't almost look
Whoa,
like
that's a
something
beanbag.
Tell me that something is almost like you could look at that and think, wait a minute, what are we doing here, my man?
Looks like he's uncircumcised.
I'm gonna go fact. Not on Moranis, but on
no, that is fiction. From day one, the concept was to use anthropomorphic dinosaurs to reflect human society. That's what made the satire work. The whole point was to show how little we have evolved. Even though it was about prehistoric creatures, it spoofed sitcom tropes, but always through the lens of dino culture, mocking human behavior.
What is that actress's name that played Fred's wife?
Wilma?
Perkins? Wasn't it Elizabeth Perkins?
She was the one that hooked up with Tom Hanks and Big.
Yeah,
Elizabeth Perkins.
She was also one of those actresses that you wish would have been in more. She was gorgeous. In a sneaky way.
In a sneaky way. All right. Last one. Fact or fiction. Baby Sinclair was so popular, the character was given their own spin-off talk show.
Why do I want to say that's true? Because I kind of believe or remember seeing something about it. What the hell? We're putting all in. We're going fact.
Yeah, fact, sort of. While it wasn't a full-blown series, ABC did produce a Baby Sinclair hosted special called I'm the Baby, Gotta Love Me. Oh my God, how annoying was this goddamn character? It aired in 1993 and was styled like a variety/talk show featuring musical numbers, outtakes, and behind-the-scenes clips from Dinosaurs. It was essentially a glorified clip show, but Baby Sinclair acted as host, performer, and chaos engine, proof of how huge the character had become.
I want to change your picture. Remember, remember like in the 90s when a character became so big, they had to make a music video, they had to do a song, and then they had to like
they would release an album. Yeah, Dinosaurs had an album.
Well, remember his video, the I'm the Baby, Gotta Love Me, when they debuted it at the end of one of their episodes, and like it's like a weird, like, I'm the baby, gotta love me, I'm the baby.
Yeah, there was this a whole album called Dinosaurs Big Songs.
Man,
we've actually discussed this on the show before.
I just remember Simpsons singing the blues.
I had that. I totally had that cassette.
I had that CD too,
and it was fantastic.
I got rid of it through the years. I wish I would have kept it.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you regret when you look back on, and you regret having gotten rid of it. Mine might be laying around somewhere.
Mine's not. Mine's a dump.
I think somewhere. It was on cassette. I can't remember if it was cassette or one of the first CDs I ever owned.
Yeah, I had the CD. Like somebody bought it for me as a gift.